tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
Yo, nobody not selling out. We talking facts, facts we dealing with. Nobody not selling out. We talking facts. I been to Guyana, man. I have to go back. The way out the country looking, man, it left me shocked. Who's ever in charge? Them putting we on the map. The men them look healthy, the girls them look hot. I went to a meeting. I don't know if chicken curry. Them Guyanese eating, man. The government work. The government working. 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 This one's for them haters. For them haters who attacking Guyana. Guyana, show them your little finger. Little finger, show them your little finger. Little finger, show them the 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 little finger. The government working, the government working. The government working, the government working. The government working, the government working. The government working. Don't mix me with politics. I hear the Guyanese critics. I just want the country fixed. Man, I come here some kicks. Can leave the bumper fake. We call it a camera trick. And if you rest it to me, I still give it some licks. The government working. 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 The government. This is for the hater. For the hater. This is for the hater. We're running down Guyana. For the hater. For the hater. Show them little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them the little finger. Government working. The 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 government working. Now don't mix me. Don't mix me. Don't mix me. The government working. I don't do politics. Just get jacket, right? Get jacket.
Oh yes. A lot of you gon' vex, but I tell you, sometimes you just got to listen. There's a child in every home and every community. They will grow up to be symbols of unity. They'll be colorblind to race and ethnicity. That's the vision of a leader like President Irfan Ali. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. For too long we've been fighting one another. It's race against race, but in the end the country suffer. Oh, we were born here, not in India nor Africa. But if we can't get along, the foreigners gon' eat we suffer. We must put an end to racism. Let it end now with this generation. Together we'll develop this nation. Make Guyana the gem of the Caribbean. Don't listen to them wicked politicians who will divide us to win an election. Believe it or not, Guyanese no smarter than that. Yeah, I told you, it's your boy Padmore. Unity is the key. We are all one and we should be treated as one. Our ancestors were slaves and laborers, but the life they endured made it better for us. We honor their sacrifice and the freedom they bought for we. But some descendants of slaves use that to fuel the rich. It doesn't matter what's your skin color, when we bleed blood it's red the same. Let's respect and love one another. When a brother cry we must feel the pain. We're Portuguese, African and Indian. We're Chinese mixed up, we're Amerindians. We're all Guyanese. Let's end this segregation. I'm appealing to Guyanese in the diaspora. We welcome you home. We've got a lot to offer. It's not the same place that you run away from. Come see the paradise Guyana has now become. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. It's a message I just want you to understand. Stop and think for a minute. Really think for a minute. If we can't fix the present, then we should work on the future. This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey. Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I... This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got...
Wake up, the day is bright, and I feel the blue. Turn your dial for your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. To the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects, it's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Wake up, the day is bright, and I feel the flow. Turn your dial, fill your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. From your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Running to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community.
Good morning to everyone, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. It is the 19th of November 2024, Tuesday in the new week. I hope everybody is rested and ready to go. Give it their all today in whatever they're doing. Morning to the persons across the diaspora, morning to the persons across the 10 administrative regions. Special good morning to the persons in the comment section here already. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning wherever you're joining us from. Morning to Ganesh Bharat, Sarah Mosley, Joan Abidjan, Chris, morning to you, Mohammed Isaf, Bibi Kali Chiran, Philip Diablo, morning to you, Umar Sharif, Annie Chan, Shakila Khan. Happy International Men's Day to all the men out there. You know, keep doing what we're doing. And for those who not doing what you're supposed to do, you know, catch yourself, step up and, you know, be a man. Lenny Lashman, morning to you, Prasad Pati, and Hill Ion Bipat, Henry Jagdio, good morning to you. Pam, morning to you, and Trevor. Again, my condolences on your loss. Rani Prasad, good morning to you. Derek Drupal, morning to you. Balwant Danraj, Bisunat Mohan, morning to you. Joseph Satar, Deshaun Abrams, good morning to you. Morning to Zoe, morning to Miss Little, Mistress Little, and Mr. Little as well. Good morning to the whole family. Neil Ramlokan, morning to you, joining us from NYC. Leroy Mangal, morning to you, brother. Morning to Eunice Ragobir and Rita as well. I hope you two are doing well. Alan Khan, morning to you. Loretta Young Colley, morning to you. Vishram Patrick, Richard Stanislas, Urmela Gusai, Vishnu Chintaman, morning to you. Rajendra Singh, Cecil Ram Prasad, David Prasad, Faisal Ghani, morning to you. Jasoda Budram, Soma Bipat, morning to you. Keith Adams, good morning. Don De Freitas, morning to you. Gil Eon, Ram Narain Singh, morning to you, Faud Khan, Sherwin Siram, Mazo Inshan, Michael Danis, Norman Aziz, Dionan Suku. Who else we got here? Morning, everyone. Marisha Sami on time. What? Special good morning to you, Miss Marisha Sami. Dude Not Prasad, morning to you, Salome, morning. Danny Ram Bishram, morning to you and the wife and the family. I hope you all are doing well. Miss Ram Charan, good morning to you. Who else we got? Who else we got? Christopher Prasad, good morning to you. Sharida Ferguson, sorry. Good morning to you. David Sobrian, good morning to you. Savita Rose, Nadia, morning to you. Sally Jones, morning to you. Shakila Bridgelal, Jean Cornelius, Dan Shri Ali. I think that's it. Morning. Ronald Jones, hold a big up. Kumal Singh, good morning to you. Asif Hamad, Philip Graves Zandi, good morning. Leslie Mangal, Harris Delney, good morning. Okay. So special morning to Ashley Hanif, spending 1 week with Marisha Dear from Guyana. I hope you're enjoying your little vacation and stuff. Thank you for tuning into what's going on here at home whilst you're on your vacation there. I hope you have an enjoyable time over there. Sis Narain Samru, morning to you as well. Morning, morning, morning. Guys, I don't know as we're going on with me this morning, but I'm not as uppity as I usually am. So I wanted to touch on, most of the time my commentary is based on political things in the country. But this morning I wanted to touch on something that I think is getting completely out of hand in Guyana right now. And I really do think it's something that needs to be addressed. I do know that the powers that be are trying to address it in terms of the Guyana police force. They have increased presence on the roadways. They have been sensitization outreaches in terms of interacting with drivers, bus operators, taxi operators, truck operators. But yet we still have situations where these trucks that are laden with either sandstone, heavy material, operating like if they're cars on the road, pelting down the road and doing a bunch of stuff that is undesirable. And yesterday, if I was advised that I should apologize to y'all for some of my language yesterday. It may not have been welcomed by all. So if I may have upset you because the people upset me yesterday, I apologize. And I do hope that it doesn't deter you from engaging with me on this program. Anyway, so this is what you're looking at on the screen. Happened this morning on Sheriff Street, where a truck, one of these dump trucks, I don't know if it has stuff in it or if it's empty, ran off the road on Sheriff Street, ran into this building, and it has been confirmed that one person is dead already. Well, so far, that one person is dead. Now, this is Sheriff Street, mind you. And I am wondering, what pace is this guy going at that you run into a building, lick out the lantern post, run into all this stuff that happened here, all this carnage on the roadway? How fast are you going on Sheriff Street? That something pops out or something happens that you can't slow down in time to, I wanted to show y'all something as well. So yesterday, I came into Georgetown in the afternoon. I didn't get to upload this on the system. I don't know if y'all going to see it because of this chroma key. But This was the situation yesterday at the Harbor Bridge. So there was a line to cross the Harbor Bridge, and this truck. Let me see if y'all can see it. Oh boy, this chroma key doesn't mess me up. Hold a second. Hold on. Let me take off because I want y'all to see this. So look at this here. This truck yesterday. This is at the Harbor Bridge, right? So there's a line going towards the Harbor Bridge to get across the bridge. This truck literally coming from the West Bank, the Vreeden Hoop end, coming on the West Bank, caught in front of several cars on the side, drove off the side of the road. You understand? And boring like he's a minibus or a car, coming fast and cutting in front of people. You understand me? This is the kind of nonsense that these guys engaging with on the road. Right? No license plate at the back. The other day I saw a video on Heroes Highway. The guy coming so fast with this truck. The guy is coming so fast with the truck that the truck hit a hump and the truck went up into the air. I am hoping that the Guyana police force, I won't say that they haven't taken note, but I'm hoping that there's some more enforcement in terms of checking to see if these Courdel Jones, you uploaded all those posts 2020 videos. Oh yeah. Checking to see if these drivers are actually certified to operate these vehicles, and two, use these cameras that we got all over the place and track down these people when you catch them doing stupidness on the cameras. I mean, it is ridiculous how many accidents we're having with these heavy duty trucks. People getting crushed, and two, I am not saying it's all the driver's fault. We as Guyanese have very poor road culture as pedestrians. We don't look for pedestrian crossing. Sometimes when we crossing the road and people actually slow down to let you cross, you're sauntering across the road like, you know, you're moving brisk to get out of the road where the traffic is. You understand? So I am appealing to these truck drivers. You guys definitely need to slow down. I understand you're trying to make as many trips as you can during the day, but Guyana has an increase in vehicles in the country. Persons have been buying vehicles at a high rate. I think we finished 1,000 vehicles, 10,000 vehicles in less than a year recently. So I think we're in PAG now or something like that. So this we can't have these operators causing this kind of carnage on the roadways. This hour of the morning, this is Sheriff Street. You destroy somebody's business, their home, destroy people's vehicle, somebody lost a life. How could you not take precautions with such a big thing that you were operating? More so if it's heavy laden and you have to stop, it will take you more time to stop because of the load in there. And as a truck driver, you're supposed to know this. So if you pelting down the road and some let me say careless driver do some stupidness in front of you that you got to veer off or something, you're going at such a rate that you can't stop. The whatever in front of you got to stop you. Then if the police tell them, look, y'all could only operate, it don't even matter the hour. Because if the police says to these operators, y'all can only operate in the night, they can drive even faster because they got less traffic on the road. And I'm pretty sure that's the case. He coming from somewhere, some sand pit or some loam pit or something, going probably on the East Coast and trying to get out of Georgetown before the traffic kick in. So he probably blazing going through, and whatever reason, whatever caused him to go off the road. Completely unacceptable. Look at infrastructure you damaging here now. How much people on Sheriff Street probably without electricity right now because of this nonsense? Somebody don't have a business to open this evening because of this nonsense. And it looked like several businesses, because I know this green building has a burger place, and there are several businesses on the side, left and right of this place here. This is crazy. You can imagine you park your vehicle. You understand? And Eunice, I agree that there could be an issue of that his brakes fail him. He had some medical issue. But I am saying to you, 90% of the time, the truck drivers are speeding down the road. 90% of the time. I have not heard about any accident, Eunice, in relation to these truck operators where this accident happened and it's a case where the brakes fail, or you hear he had a medical condition and lose control of the vehicle. Right? It's possible that that has happened, but I am saying that it's highly unlikely. I am 80% sure that this man here most likely was speeding down the road and something happened that he couldn't either stop this truck or he had to veer off the road not to run into wherever he was probably was going to run into and run into more stuff. Anybody who driving on the roadways today will tell you that these truck drivers, most of them, they head in good. The speed that these big heavy duty vehicles are passing you on the road with, sometimes it scares you if you're standing on the road. The speed, whoop, up these big vehicles. These container trucks used to do it, but I noticed that you don't see them as much. The container trucks used to fly down the road, even with containers on them. Used to, but I don't see that much. It's the sand trucks now that have become so prevalent with this sort of behavior. Just the other day, I saw a young lady passing through two trucks and she get crushed. I mean, they had an incident on Water Street where a lady was standing on the road. She may have been standing there illegally. It wasn't some place for you to stand. She was in the roadway, but the truck crushed her too. And then you found out that apparently the guy didn't have a license or something. So, and look, I'm talking about this because, again, it is becoming too much of a regular occurrence, right? So, like the other day, I was telling y'all, this kid, this runaway from home thing, where all these children just disappearing. It was weird because that's not something, 1 and 2 times you hear children run away, but it was happening too steady. Yeah, all at one time. Every 2 days, somebody run away. Every 2 days. You understand? Just the other day, one of these trucks run up on the divide on Heroes Highway. Literally run up the divide. What are you doing on the road? You think you're driving a sports car? Is it the case that these people don't care about themselves? Because you operate in the truck. Whatever happened to the truck, something happened to you. Now, look at this. As I said before, people in this area now got power outage. This is a high traffic area. High traffic area. Sheriff Street is literally packed most of the day until probably real late in the night. Sheriff Street clears up. So this is congestion this morning for persons going to work. Look how much these people inconveniencing. Look, I am appealing to these truck operators. Y'all, please do better. Please do better. I can't forget that guy yesterday. Literally hook around the vehicles with this truck. You would think it's a car. How this man driving? Hook around, speed up, and pushing the truck in front of other cars to cut in the line to get over the bridge. And I'm like, oh, what you think you got here? You think this is a Primo or something? This is a truck. I understand that we're developing, but the persons involved in that development can't endanger the population that the development is for. And if we keep breaking things as we get things, man, what we doing? Look, I see somebody run into the roundabout. Is where? Is the schooner roundabout, with the one with the nice eagle. Run into it, lick down all the roundabout signs, everything. I mean, oh gosh, man. Oh, we ain't got nothing nice to last a little while, man. I am hoping that whoever damaged that roundabout there, just as the one that they made the other guy pay for, they do the same. I mean, how can you be approaching a roundabout at a high rate of speed? What do you expect to happen? More so if you were intoxicated. I'm not saying that guy was intoxicated. I don't know. But if you're driving, you know you're supposed to be drinking and driving. You're done drinking and driving. Although you know you're not supposed to be doing it. You're going to take your time, man. We're trying to prove. You can't drive good when you're sober. You're going to do it when you're drunk. We got to do better as Guyanese. All of us, we got to do better as Guyanese. We cannot disregard the efforts of the administration to make our lives better. You understand? By destroying infrastructure and decreasing the human resource of Guyana. Because either you gonna dead, who driving, and you got something to offer the country, or you can kill somebody else who either in their vehicle minding the business or on the road minding the business, and they too have something to offer this country. You understand? So again, I know definitely that the traffic chief, senior superintendent Singh, has been increasing the amount of ranks on the road, ensuring that persons are charged to go to court. But I think something more needs to be done in terms of these truck drivers. Something more needs to be done. So I know this guy named Oral. Oral runs a bus service. I think all the buses are named Charity. These 30-seater buses. Charity. That's the name on them. People may know him around Guyana. But with Oral's buses, he has a thing where the gas pedal, he got something under there. So no matter how you press mash, you can mash till you reach the floor. The vehicle not going past a certain speed. I'm suggesting that that's an option for these truck operators, so that these trucks can't go over, let's say, 60, 70, and even that's kind of fast too. Something got to be done. Because when they have the ability to drive the truck as fast as they can, they tend to do so. And that's not working out for us. So either they put some kind of limiter on it, or the police put some system where all trucks got GPS in it. So if the truck go over the speed limit, it flag it in some place and automatically generate a ticket or suspend the license or something. Something to deter this nonsense. Because it is indeed getting overbearing and out of hand. And I really do feel we are losing too many Guyanese. We're losing too many Guyanese to road fatalities that can be prevented. You understand? Somebody saying it's called a governor. Okay. Well, right. So at least we hear the right term. Let's get governors for these trucks. All sand trucks and these container trucks. Let they put these things in so that the vehicles can't go over certain speed no matter what they do. Because we can't depend on the truck drivers to, show discretion and operate in a good, sensible manner. Let me not say good, sensible. I sure this truck driver got family. No, if he's not the person that's dead, he now going into the lockups. So one, you're gonna lose your work, you're gonna get charged. The owner of the truck, well, it insures. He might want you pay for it. But look at the stress you put yourself in. Look at the stress, right? So, Guyana Police Force, please pay some more attention to this issue. You guys have been doing a good job in terms of regulating the traffic and as much as you can, but this truck situation needs to be addressed a little further so that we don't have reoccurrences of this and what I showed y'all happened yesterday on the road there, right? That aside, I saw that Vincent Alexander this morning released a response to GCOM's response, a response to the response, talking about recount and morning Tracy Martindale, talking about recount and all this other stuff, and this list of these persons who allegedly voted but out the country, right? I'm saying Vincent, I'm trying to figure out, right? I'm trying to figure out how they came up with the list. How you come up with the list. Now, remember the voting process. You would know who votes based on the folio at the polling station. Because when you go in there, they show you can they tick off your name as this person came and voted. But how you know to check for Courdel Jones? Right? How do you know to check for Courdel Jones? How? Okay. So is Vincent Alexander saying that the police got a list from GCOM, or all the lists from GCOM, from all the polling stations, so that they knew every single Guyanese who turned up to vote on elections day, and then they checked all the immigration records of all the Guyanese who are out of the country at that time? How did we compile the list? I'm really interested in finding out that. Vincent, if you could tell me how this list came about, I would be so happy. Because I am completely lost as to how you got this list of names. Where you get this list of names from?
The European Union had fielded an...
Right? Where you get this list of names from? So again, remember, the folio has the names of the persons. You tick them off. On what grounds did the police access this list at that time? On what grounds? Where the police get the list from to determine, well, A, B, C, D, E, F, G voted? A request was sent to GCOM. How did they get this information? And again, how did they know to look for specifically Courdel Jones? How you know to look for to see if Courdel Jones here and he voted? Or are you saying that it's a case where immigration produced a list of all the Guyanese out of the country, and then you went looking to see if they voted? That would mean that y'all had some conspiracy in the works before. So, again, this is information that has not been released to the public. Some persons who were alleged to be dead, as I played for you yesterday, came forward and said, hey, no, I'm not dead. I'm here. I'm alive. You understand? So the next best thing for them to do is to go to, oh, they were overseas and they voted. People vote on their behalf. And yet you will not see the list. This list has been submitted to GCOM and the Guyanese people didn't see it yet. Just like the PNC SOPs. I need to find out from the AFC and the PNC if they saw GCOM's SOPs, the ones that are lodged at the court, and what was the outcome of those SOPs. I need to find out that from them. But aside from that, take a look at this.
And an electoral observation mission. The European Union had fielded an electoral observation mission to Guyana to observe the March 2nd polls, but the team eventually left due to several concerns, including the threat of COVID-19. With the EU observation mission no longer here, the EU delegation in Guyana has a small team of expats led by Ambassador Fernando Ponce-Canto observing the recount process. Since the recount began, the APNU-AFC has been making claims about dead and migrated persons having voted on elections day. During an exclusive interview with this newscast, the EU ambassador acknowledged that he is aware of those claims, but he pointed out that the systems on elections day were rigid, making it impossible to cheat.
Oh, shucks. Sorry. I turned on the volume there just now. So I'm saying to you guys, this is not the American saying anything. Just let me know if you are getting audio again. Just let me know if the audio is back. Right? Good. So we're going to hear from the EU ambassador. You know, they like to say the Americans like to get involved and think. Now, mind you, as I said to you before, if somebody is coming to vote for you, the PPP observer has to look at your ID card, your face, and the folio. 3 levels you got past. 3. And be in agreement. The PNC observer at the polling station has to do the same. Look at your ID card, the folio, and your face, and be in agreement that all 3 all match. The GCOM staff there has to do the same thing. You understand? And if there are any other local or international observers, they do the same. They look at this information, agree, well, okay, this person match what is on the document, let them proceed to vote. Right? So let's hear what the EU ambassador had to say at the time about this situation.
It was quite impressive because when you were in one of those voting stations, you could see the agents from the different parties, you could see the presiding officers, you could see the members of the voting committee tables, and they were all extremely conscientious. One person came to vote, he or she has to identify himself, but then also he has to be seen on the list, and there were pictures, which in my country we never had pictures, so I was quite positively impressed, and everybody could see everything. And at the end of the vote, he had to dip his finger on ink, which in my country we never did. So I mean, it was safeguard after safeguard after safeguard. It was impossible to achieve. I am not a professional observer, so if it was only my judgment, that would be it. But what is really important is that this was the unanimous judgment of all the observation missions, including the European Union observation mission. And those guys are professionals. They know when things are going right or not.
In fact, he explained that the only major flaw observed by the EU and other electoral observers was the tabulation process for Region 4, which was being led by returning officer Clermont Mingo.
We said it very clearly. This tabulation process for Region 4 was not credible. It was not reflecting the will of the people. It has clearly followed a process which was not the right process. I saw it personally. I was there. I was in the tabulation center. But again, it doesn't really matter that I saw it personally. What really matters is that all our observer missions saw it. So this goes back to what I just told you before. It is a mistake to underestimate the intelligence of people and of the people of Guyana as well, because I'm tempted to say that we all know what happened, but I don't want to focus on the. I really don't want to focus on pointing fingers or saying who did what and why.
Similar sentiments were already expressed by Ambassador Noah Lynch, who was the chair of the group of CARICOM ambassadors to the Organization of American States. Ambassador Lynch had pointed out, and I quote, irregularities occurred not in the system by which the Guyanese electorate cast their votes on March 2nd, but in the presentation of the count afterwards. End quote. Reporting for the Evening News, the summary.
So this is what I'm trying to show you, right? Is it that everybody else are wrong, mad and wrong? All the observers, Vincent, you're trying to tell me all the observers wrong? They didn't see with the sea? You hear a first world country like Europe saying, I was impressed. They had the photos on the thing. We don't have photos in our country. You understand?
The European Union had
right? We don't have photos in our country. We don't do it like this. I was impressed. The man said so himself. The man said so himself. So again, one, Vincent, please share with us on what grounds did the chief immigration officer compile this list at the time? Because the chief immigration officer is the commissioner of police, Leslie James. Or I don't know if the police changed it, but that is how it was. The head of the immigrations department, the person who's actually at immigration, was known as the deputy chief immigration officer. And the chief immigration officer is the commissioner of police. Right? So I'm asking, on what grounds did the chief immigration officer compile the list? Right? What was the parameters? How did he compile this information? What did he use as the benchmark to pull names from this polling station and persons out to the... However, the methodology, share it with us so we can understand. Share it with us so we can understand. Because the nonsense that they're trying to push over on Guyanese now, I mean, look, it's actually, it's really ridiculous. And for Vincent Alexander still to be trying to push this agenda, Now, mind you, Vincent in rowing about all the things that happened at GCOM during the elections, you know, how they treat the chair, this guy's behavior, Mingo, in terms of using a spreadsheet instead of the SOPs, all the madness that was going on and GCOM. Valda Lawrence signature on documents that not supposed to be there. The guy with the laptop in the room doing his own thing and playing a game. All these things took place. And what Vincent is interested in is some stupid list that you only listen to the guy in his public so that people could say, wait, that's my name. What do you mean? I was out the country, I been here. Release the list. Release the list to the public. You got the list, Vincent. Release it to the public. Let people see. If you're claiming that this list got dead people and all this stuff and who are overseas, release it and people see. So that just like the persons we played on the show yesterday, they will be able to say, no, me dead, I the right here. No, I know the country, I'm right here. You understand? I'm right here. But you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. This is when they caught the guy in the room. Vincent didn't care about this.
At that point, some of us, and at that point, many people see it.
Vincent Alexander, as a commissioner, don't care that the integrity of the elections could have been compromised because of this young man here. He's not interested in that. You're not hearing him speak anything about the actions of Mingo, Lowenfield, Myers, or this guy here.
So I said I needed the rest. So when taking the SOPs, I told my other colleague and not just.
You understand? Shenanigans in the elections.
Officer.
You understand? And the good thing about it, Schumann, the amount of people that were impacted by the last elections. The amount of people that were impacted by the last elections. I often tell y'all that persons in my generation often heard about the rigging and the attempts of the rigging. You understand? We never really experienced it in full force and in full swing. But 2020, all young people of Guyana that were 18 years or let's say 15 and had sense, that often heard people talking about Barnum time and how they used to rig up the elections and stuff. And the parents probably tell them, oh, they're just joking. They never really do that. They had their first-hand experience with it here. First-hand experience. Right? So I'm telling persons, don't be fooled by the talk from people like Vincent Alexander trying to brush off and detract from the court case that's going on. We don't want to hear about no stinking list. We don't want to hear about no list. What we want to see the PNC SOPs and we want to see GCOM SOPs. Let GCOM put the SOPs online so people could see it. The PNC do the same thing. If you're the PNC representative of GCOM, you tell them put the SOPs online. That's what we want to see. We want to hear about no list of people who outside the country voting. How you come up with the list? How you come up with it? On what grounds did the chief immigration officer compile the information of all Guyanese currently out of the country? On what grounds? Who authorized him to do so? To compile a list of all Guyanese out of the country. Right? That aside, how do we know? Well, okay, from the list of Guyanese out of the country, you'd know where they live. And then you'd go to check the polling stations to see if they vote. But that folio with that information, well, the polling agents would have one. The polling agents. So is it a case where you're saying a PNC polling agent gave you a folio with these checked off names and that's how you get it? So the police collaborating with the PNC to get this information, or did they write to GCOM for a credible folio of all the areas that voted to see who voted. How? Work it out. I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused as why the information was compiled. You understand? And what is the parameters they use to say, well, we're looking at this area or that area or whatever it is. I'm interested. Very much interested. Very much interested. And you notice in Vincent Alexander's statements, he's saying that the Elections Commission withheld this information from the observers. What information they presenting? What information they presenting? Vincent Alexander, if you are definitively sure, as a commissioner, you have access to the information, you could probably check folios. So you check the list that the immigration people make, you check the folio, release the information to us. Let us as the Guyanese people assess it. Let's check the veracity of your claim, sir. Since you check it, you know it's true, release the information to us. Release the SOPs to us. Let us make an assessment of if the APNU win or not. But you're not giving us a chance. You're just telling us what you want us to hear. You're just telling us what you want us to hear. And at this point, a lot of Guyanese are not in the mood to jump on the garbage train to listen to trash. That's what I mean, garbage train, to listen to trash. The EU ambassador said, we all know what happened. I just don't want to seem like I'm taking sides. We all know what happened. Come on, man. Come on. As this guy, this lawyer from Anok said, Timothy Jonas, if the PPP rig, like how y'all claim the rig, they get all the observers on board, international and local, all the PPP scrutineers on board, they get all the PNC scrutineers on board, they get all the AFC scrutineers on board, they get every single GCOM staff at every polling station that they claim this rigging take place on board. They get the policemen at the polling stations on board. If that is what the PPP was capable to do, let them go with the election. If that's what you're trying to tell me, they pay everybody. After the fact, remember they used to say they're paying the judges at the judges at the High Court. Then when it go to the CCJ, they're paying the CCJ. If the PPP has so much money and influence that they can influence the opposition scrutineers to abandon their party and abandon working towards their party winning, to work for the PPP to undermine the party they're representing, give the PPP the power. Let them go into office. Let them stay there. Because you're in a very bad place. You are in a very bad place. So if they could have got people to look like the ID card that don't belong to them and do that multiple times at multiple polling stations, the PPP deserve to win. If you say so, and none of your scrutineers, none of your observers, none of the local or international independent observers have not corroborated what you said, and everybody is leaning towards the one narrative, hey, something wrong. Something is wrong. So either y'all got to, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, because that's in a sad situation. If the people who are working for you and representing you aren't even doing so in a sensible manner. Is what man Jacobs they say here? Ali he walking Jacob like he has aggressiveness this morning. Anyway, Marlon Jacobs.
Put grease on the fingers and then easily remove the ink.
Look. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. Look at this nonsense. I keep forgetting I ain't share the screen see y'all and see what I see him. Look at this. Look at this. Getting a call. Hold on. Caller, good morning. Hello? Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I just want to clarify something. They say that this thing must go, right? I want them to start protesting and say Vincent must go. Yeah, he was like born and growing action between them people, man. I come from the right where they come from. I know about all them shit. Vincent must go. He is a born mind.
Yeah.
They're preaching that the thing must go. We gotta start protesting and say Vincent must go. All right, then.
All right, brother. Yeah, I forget me put the screen. Listen to this one. And another thing that I didn't mention, I talk about 3 lines of defense. I forget the 4th one, the indelible ink. The indelible ink. Listen to this idiot.
Put grease on the fingers and then easily remove the ink. Let us live in the real world. Political parties that rig elections, ink is not a problem.
You hear we said political parties that rig elections, ink is not a problem. You see how he done had a solution for the ink? He know good to do what to do to get the ink off your finger. He know exactly what to do to get the ink off your finger. So for political parties like Aubrey Norton and the PNC, who are accustomed to rigging elections, ink is not a problem. And again, historically, and that's why sometimes I get so frustrated with the statements that these people, with the statements that these people make. Political parties who are accustomed to rigging elections, ink is not a problem. Based on the history of this country, which political party is accustomed to rigging elections? Based on the history. Let's be real. Which political party is known for rigging elections in this country? Has a history of it, documented, locally and internationally, documented history of rigging elections. It's the PNC. It's the PNC. So when I hear, again, like I'm saying, I'm saying that if it's a case where you're talking about a case you're talking about rigging elections, that is not something that is associated with the PPP. Nobody didn't go to England and do a documentary about the PPP and people voting at a butcher shop, a stable, and some place at some bakery, claiming to be Guyanese that voting. So history speaks for itself. So when you talk about mixed statements like that, what are you thinking? And why would you believe that people are forgetting scenarios like these that they were in?
They're declaring a win for the APNU without confirming.
You understand? You look at the posture of Mingo. That's a returning officer. Look how many people in there are having issues with the results that he's presenting. Now, from one party, multiple parties are saying, hey, what the hell is going on here? The only but this is Nigel. You sit down here.
Region 4.
No, that's David. That's the Heinz guy from Vulcan, not Vulcan. Tower Man Party, man. Pegasus Man Party. Right? So look at the amount of people that are saying, hey, something is wrong here. And in an effort to hand it to the PNC, AP, and AFC, which Nigel Hughes tends to want to take away himself from. You understand me? This is the behavior, Claremont Mingo.
Or this is fraud.
Shame on you, man.
Observers, everybody in there. Political party representatives, scrutineers to look at the vote count. Schumann there. Valda Lawrence there. All these people experience this. All these people experience this. All these people experience this. Look, James Bond there. Why you think James Bond pull away from the party? Why you think James Bond pull away from the party? Now we come back to save Aubrey North because nobody really like it there. Why you think James Bond pull away? Disassociate himself with this sort of foolishness. They think Guyanese forget this? You notice the only people who are not up in arms is the PNC people. They are eerily quiet and contented with what's going on. You understand me? The only people who went up in arms. Look, you got Roshan Khan, the owner, Haji Roshan Khan, the owner of RK Security Service, and I think he also does he does this show. He does this show in the Raw. Local scrutineer, I think he was from the Private Sector Commission or something. He was, I can't remember which organization, but he was a local observer of the elections. International observer. Everybody had the same thing to say. Everybody had the same thing to say. Everybody.
What is like cheating on election?
So Mingo do he thing and gone up says Dinky. Dinky.
They are attempting to declare the election without counting region.
Right? So, look. This is the point when I think James Bond, the blocking Valda from terrorizing somebody. Let me go forward. Watch. Look, that's Councillor Dion Young. Look. So imagine this man ain't telling you about your mother. He ain't telling you about your children. He just saying, you're a better person than this. He probably said, Valda, you're a better person than this. You see the kind of venom and vexation she's spewing? People must frighten she. Don't call my name in your mouth. Take my name out your mouth. Don't call my name in your mouth. Threatening behavior. People just get locked up for this on the road. Regular Guyanese just get locked up for this on the road. We got this on video. Threatening behavior. And nothing come out it. Listen.
Come here, I avoid you all.
I know.
You have problem with someone. You take
You see? Trying to intimidate people. But nobody in frightened Valda. Not a soul in frightened Valda. You know what I like about James Bond? James Bond would know he wrong, and he can represent them. But he ain't gonna sanction, he gonna put in him out. He gonna try his best to keep it as keep the situation from escalating any further than it has already escalated. But he ain't gonna sanction in nothing. He can just there. What? See, James? Just call. But Valde feels somebody frightened she. And imagine Vincent Alexander has no concern about this. Right? He ain't got no issue with this taking place during the election and whatnot. Valde's signature on documents that ain't supposed to be on and that kind of thing. He's not worried about that. He worried about some fictitious list. That's his main concern. That's the foolishness we get in. So I show these things so that people can see and remember. See and remember. You see, James Bond is saying a war he's going to quell. Because in James Bond's heart and mind, he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. And he understands, hey, something wrong here. It's something here right here. We doing something wrong. And he often says it himself. He is a man that he interested in his career over anything else. He's don't like people bring he into disrepute. So does how James was. Oh my God. Look. Look. These people is trouble. And they will pretend like if they did nothing, they know nothing, they never do nothing. And I am at a point where I feel like Guyanese people are over this. Guyanese people are at a point where you can't. Guyanese people are at a point where you can't fool them with certain things anymore. Right? Anyway, this is the last one I'm playing. Lad.
No, comrades, you must listen to the leaders and don't question you. That is how the PNC is. Yeah. If you're a real PNC, don't question you.
You understand? You hear what I said? Y'all follow one like Sally Jones on Facebook. You hear me? Good. I'm going to play it one more time for y'all. You hear what I said? If you're a real PNC. What's that?
No, comrades, you must listen to the leaders and don't question you. That is how the PNC is. Yeah. If you're a real PNC, don't question you. No, comrades, you must listen to the leaders and don't question you. That is how the PNC is. Yeah. If you're a real PNC, don't question you.
Y'all understand? That's how serious it is in the PNC. Don't question anything. You go blindly into the night. You hear? You go blindly into the night behind them. If they carry you to the bottom of the Demerara River, where your non-fish self can't breathe, follow them. Don't question your leaders. Don't operate with sense. Right? Don't operate with sense. Hence, the dictatorship that you have over there. So you see the finance man get trolled because he questioning why I giving you these blank checks. You see, you don't really hear about Ubraj Narain no more. All the prominent Indo-Guyanese in that party are being weeded out or sidelined. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here with me this morning. Really and truly, I appreciate the support that you guys show to me here every morning. It's really overwhelming, and I do sincerely appreciate it. I'm asking that you share this live on your page, like and follow Livewire News and Livewire TV. on Facebook and YouTube as well. Follow our channel subscribe to our channel on YouTube. And we will be here every morning, Monday to Friday, to share this information with you. There will be a rebroadcast of Behind the Agenda last week's edition. We have to set the date. I got to work on that today. But next week we're back again with myself and Joel Bagwadin with Behind the Agenda. We're also working on some other programming, but some of these things take time. But we'll get other content in relation to the development of Guyana and how it's moving forward across the regions, so that you, persons in the diaspora, persons in various regions who may not have access to the information, Sally Jones, look, Sally Jones. As long as you don't question me, PNC is a serious place. The PNC is a serious place. You understand? Don't question your leaders. Don't ask no questions. Do not do it. And if you do it, you're not a real PNC. Anyway, guys, I am out of here. Y'all have a really great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Be safe on the roadways. For the drivers, I'm begging you guys to slow down. Look out for those persons who may not be looking out for you. Truck drivers, y'all messing up. Do better. Seriously, y'all need to do better. But as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all